everybody. Sorry review is a day late due to really crazy weather on the East Coast. We get our books only on Wednesdays to Tuesday. But never fear, I have lots of books to review. Alright, so first book to review today is by Image. It's called Snowfall. Basically, it feels a lot like this book is kind of lecturing us about the damages of climate change. This is probably the first time in a long time I'm going to say this. I don't know that I like this Image book. So it's okay. It didn't knock my socks off. So maybe you can read it and tell me what I'm missing about this book. So, sorry Image, can't love them all. Alright. This is another big thing. I guess there are a lot of comic book stores around that did a giant launch for this book. We didn't do that because we thought it would be probably a good book, but maybe not a crazy good book. But this is the beginning of a cool new storyline. This is by Marvel. This is called Standoff, Welcome to Pleasant Hill. So I don't want to give too much about this book away. I will tell you that this is the launch to a long line of books that are going to be about Pleasant Hill. So everything is not as it seems. So this is as much as I really want to tell you. So it has to do with the Avengers and giant mystery. You need to pick this up if you're going to be reading anything Marvel for a little while, I think. Haha, okay. So now, Marvel title this week, go to number 1. This is Power Man and Iron Fist. Okay? Feel like this ties in pretty well with what's going on in the Marvel Universe. So Power Man and Iron Fist haven't been together for a very long time. And in this book, they're not officially getting together, as they keep telling their friends and loved ones. They're just doing this one thing. So their old assistant, I guess it was kind of maybe like a secretary kind of lady, who in the past went crazy and killed her husband, has gotten out of prison, and they're just doing this one favor for her. So it's not really what it seems, but so it's really good. I know this is going to be, I think despite their best efforts of not becoming a thing again, I think they're going to have to, so. Pick that one up. Okay, we're not starting at the beginning of anything here. This is Mighty Thor number 4. Mighty Thor number 4. That's horrible. So, this has always been a really good book. Everybody knows by now, surely, I'm not doing a spoiler alert to say that Jane Foster is the female Thor. And there are 2 things going on in this book. You have, as it advertises on the front, there's a trial of Freya, who is Thor's mom. And that's kind of the back half of the book. In the front half of the book, we're addressing, I think it's a lead-in from a book that I reviewed last week, where Jane's become separated from Mjolnir, and she needs to meet back up with it again. Loki's in this book. Loki's ice giant father's in this book, and a lot about light elves and dark elves, so good pickup. Alright. You don't hear me talk about DC very often because there aren't very many characters in DC that I'm just in love with. It's nothing against DC, it's just I've always been a Marvel girl. But I love me some Martian Manhunter. Alright, if you don't ever read Martian Manhunter, this book might be a little bit confusing for you. So Martian Manhunter has a lot of different aspects to him. So within Martian Manhunter there are many characters that are aspects of his personality, like his subconscious and such. So this will get you a lot more informed about what's going on for him. Like in this book, he becomes an entire Martian city. So he's a really cool, I don't want to call him a superhero, but he's a really cool character. get to know him a little bit better in this book. I think you'll be impressed with it very much. That's issue number 9. So, yeah, it's cool to see him be a whole city, by the way. There's been other books that I've read. He's been jetliners and all kinds of other fun stuff. Alright. Let go of this book thing, please. Okay. Now, one of our new favorite publishers is Aftershock. Loving Aftershock very much. Everything that they've put out, I'm liking a lot. This is American Monster. This is definitely not a for kids book at all. Lots of foul language. If you remember when I reviewed number 1, there's a mysterious character in this book that's all in red. The art style looks a lot like Frank Miller or Sin City, where it's all real stark colors. We know that he's a bad character and that he's killed people before, but we don't really know what his motivation is because we don't know really necessarily if the people he's killing are bad or why. But this gives you a lot more insight into what's going on, where the storyline's headed. But it still leaves lots of mystery. I always like things that have a lot of mythos to them, and this feels like it's part of a huge universe that they're going to let us in on. Not universe like in space, but universe is storytelling. So keep going with Aftershock titles like this. Not that one if you want something that's not, has the first book actually had nudity and stuff in it, so just so that you're aware. This one doesn't though. Alright, and then we have from Dark Horse, we've got a new Tomb Raider title. It was a good title. It's she's gone to a conference on archaeology obviously, and she gets bored there, so she leaves to go train. The character that she trains with is really cool. She's someone that's going blind, but that doesn't affect her at all. It's really nice. And then something happens to someone that's from the actual event who's trying to enlist her help, which of course Laura's like, no thank you. But this is a good start to the storyline. I just wanted to show this cool back. Oh, that's my cat. I love aliens, and this is a really neat push on the back for all the cool alien stuff that they're going to be doing in the future, I'm sure. Alright, sorry I'm so tired. It's a long day, so come on in tomorrow. I'm sure to have more titles to recommend to you, so see you later.